Hi there, welcome to Irish Homestead. In this video we're going to talk about how we've been hatching eggs, chickens, hatching eggs.
Oh yeah.
First off, this is Betty. She's a hybrid and she went broody, when? October?
End of October.
End of October. So she went broody end of October. We had Monty by then, but he wasn't really doing his cockerel duty, as it were. So Tanya looked online and managed to get some eggs off the internet and delivered. They were leg bar eggs, and out of the 12, only 2 of the leg bars actually hatched. So I'm a bit disappointed with that, but pleased we got these 2 girls. They're both hens. And after Betty hatched these guys, Monty by that time was sort of doing his duty. So we put another 12 eggs in the incubator. And out of those 12, these 4, well, they look like Sussexes. So these guys hatched. There's 2 cockerels and 2 hens. Okay, so this coop setup that we've got here, the coop holds anywhere from 6 to 9 hens. It's got 3 nest boxes, but we set this up here just as a nursery area. When Betty had first hatched the leg bars, it's close to the house and we could keep them sort of close by hand and safe away from predators and out of the main flock of hens that we've got. When it was just Betty and the 2 leg bars, we do open the door and we let them go out up onto the bank, and they do free range themselves. But since we put these hens in here, we're keeping it closed just for the moment.
Yeah, we are getting another coop where all the Sussex hens will go. We're hoping to be able to get it by next weekend. So all these 4 chickens will go to their own coop, and they will be joined by another 6 that are currently sitting under the heat lamp. And the Betty and the leg bars will again be able to free range around the house.
So here we have our latest hatchlings. We've got 6 in here, 4 of them are cockerels. These guys hatched out just at the end of January. We've got them in this rabbit hutch inside our main animal barn. Again, it's pretty cold, and we're waiting for them to get fully feathered, which they're pretty much there now. So by next week, when we've got the other coop set up, we'll take these 6 and put them outside, and they'll join the other 4 Sussexes that are in with Betty at the moment.
So this is our main flock. Here we have 12. We have 12 hens and Monty the cockerel. The hens are a combination of hybrid hens. Yeah, this is Monty. They're a combination of hybrid hens specifically just for egg laying, and Monty is a light Sussex. We also have 2 light Sussex hens, a buff Sussex, a Moran, and a couple of leg bars. The reason why we got our cockerel, a light Sussex cockerel, is because these birds are dual purpose birds, so they're both very good egg layers and they're also quite big, so we can have them for meat. As of now we have hatched 10. We have hatched 10 of Monty's children, yeah.
About 6 of them are cockerels.
Yeah, and there are 4 are hens. So our plan for the next year is to have around 20-25 egg laying birds, and hopefully to be able to have between 25 to 30 meat birds for the freezer.
Yep. The setup that we've got here, which is the main setup, we just took a shed, a standard garden shed, put a hatch in the side, got some roosts in there and some nest boxes. We then built a canopy cover just with a timber frame and some corrugated steel on the roof, just so they have a bit of a dry area. Not that it stays very dry, you can see it's got very, very muddy, but anyway, and that's totally netted in, and we've dug it right down into the ground for predators. We get mink and pine marten here, quite bad, as well as foxes. Fortunately, touch wood, we haven't been hit yet, but the reason we've done the inside enclosure is because if we do have to go out or go away, particularly in the winter, then they can come outside and they're relatively safe. And then we've got an outer enclosure just with chicken wire dug in. Not very secure, but it's just somewhere to keep them contained, again if we're out but not for very long. But most of the time we have the gate open, they just come out and roam around the field and go up into the orchard, because it's good to fertilise the ground.
Alright, so this is our incubator. It's Barotto 12 egg incubator, and it's an automatic one, which means that the eggs are always turned by a motor and we don't have to do it ourselves. we fill in the water over here. There are actually 2 compartments for water, but for the first 18 or so days, only 1 compartment needs to be filled to create the right humidity, and then after the lockdown, we fill in the second compartment as well. Alright, so these are our 12 eggs. We've picked them over the last 2 days. They haven't been washed, and now we set them in the incubator, pointy and down. That's it, the eggs are set. We'll cover them with a lid. Now we've set the eggs, and now we will need to wait for the temperature to go up to 37.7. That is the suggested temperature for the incubation. This temperature will be maintained automatically by the incubator for the first 18 days, and after that the manual for the incubator suggests we need to drop the temperature down to around 37.2 for the last 3 days, which is called the lockdown. This is when we put the eggs on a flat tray and we turn off the motor, and the eggs will be just kept stationary for the last 3 days before hatching. Okay, so the temperature has been set at 37.7. Now the only thing we will need to do is just to make sure that there is always water in one of the water trays, and we will do the first inspection, first candling at 8 days, after 8 days, to see if there are any baby chicks developing in the eggs.